to left in their traditional red shirts, white shorts. France are in their change strip of white shirts and blue shorts, going from left to right. Kylian Mbappe with a few last minute instructions for his teammates. It is all set here in Dusseldorf. It's going to be Austria that get us underway here. France's journey at Euro 2024 is underway as they look to follow the examples of their rivals. England, as we mentioned, not a vintage performance from the Three Lions, but 3 points nonetheless. Jude Bellingham's header ensuring a winning start for Gareth Southgate's team. Germany with the standout performance of Euro 2024 so far, of course. 5-1 win over Scotland in the opening game of the tournament, helped of course by a red card for Scotland defender Ryan Porteous. But a real statement of intent from Julian Nagelsmann's team. It's Austria with the early possession here. Max Wöber just looks to step into the France half of the field. Some early lofted cross into the box by Mwene. It's a catch in practice there for the France goalkeeper Mike Maignan. First choice now, of course, for Didier Deschamps. Hugo Lloris and Raphael Varane, the two players who retired after that 2022 World Cup final defeat to Argentina. It's a long ball down this right-hand side to release Ousmane Dembele. He's run into a little bit of Austrian traffic on the edge of the box, backed up here by Antoine Griezmann, but Austria get back in numbers on the edge of their own box to deal with it. Sabitzer loses possession. It's now Kante looking to feed that out left to the rampaging run of Theo Hernandez. Can he keep it in on the dead ball line? He does just that. Backed up by Mbappe down the France left, but he's forced backwards again. So clipped ball into the feet of Adrien Rabiot. And Mbappe immediately swarmed by Austrian players. They will certainly be looking to keep a close eye on him, and he's bundled to the floor. It's the first free kick in the favour of Mbappe. Konrad Laimer, the Bayern Munich man, just a little bit too overzealous in his tackling. And France will have an opportunity to load this one into the box. First bit of defending for the Austrians to do. Antoine Griezmann on duty for set pieces. Look to take this one left-footed, 5 yards outside of the Austrian goal, over on the French left. Griezmann to deliver. Just to dink it in towards the penalty spot, but it's flicked away by Austria. Upamecano will just let that run out for a throw-in. Jules Koundé come forward from right back to take. He just goes for the quick effort into the feet of Upamecano. France forced backwards onto their own halfway line there, though. Good pressing from Austria. Kante and Koundé. It's going to be a throw in again for France just inside the Austrian half of the field. Mwene quick to close Koundé down. Austria not sitting back in their efforts to keep France at bay so far. Have to be a diligent and disciplined display by Ralf Rangnick's team, of course. The superstar quality of France will make sure of that. Here is Koundé. Nice link up there with Antoine Griezmann on the halfway line, but Griezmann's not able to gather in the return ball, and Danza will go back to Pence. Cleared long, but won back by France on the halfway line. Free kick in France's favour. Those Austrian players will be forced to do their defensive work tonight. Baumgartner, Gregoritsch. The hope is if a chance or two falls their way, they might just be able to take it. We've seen a couple of upsets already in today's action. Romania 3-0 winners over Ukraine, and superb result for Slovakia as they beat Belgium 1-0. 2 goals ruled out by VAR for Romelu Lukaku. Ivan Schrantz's goal making the difference for the Slovakians. Almost a loose touch there by N'Golo Kante. He did really well just to nick it off the toes of Gregoritsch. Kante, of course, back in the international fold after a 2-year absence. Marauding run here forward from left back by Theo Hernandez. Goes to ground and France want a free kick and they're going to get it. Right on the edge of the Austrian box. It was Kevin Danso that caught him as Hernandez tried to hurdle the challenge. Great partnership down France's left, Hernandez and Mbappe. So much of the attacking threat for Didier Deschamps comes from that area of the pitch, and Griezmann will have an almost identical opportunity here now, just a few yards, slightly nudged in from the left-hand side, left of centre. France do have height, of course, that Griezmann can aim at. Upamecano, William Saliba, Jules Koundé all forward for this. Griezmann will look to hang it in again. Work for Max Wöber and Kevin Danso to do here. Griezmann with the delivery, Danso with the header clear. It's only half away by Austria though. Lima will pick up the loose ball, but it's again France that are quickest to the turnover. Really important tackle there. Mwene goes to ground. Continues to throw in, but he stops Koundé from getting away from him. Here's Rabiot, forced back in field to William Saliba. First little sighting of the Arsenal man tonight. He's been preferred to Ibrahima Konate alongside Upamecano. Mentioned before, no Rafa Varane, of course. Lucas Hernandez is missing through injury. So it's a changed French backline. Here's Mbappe, just inside the Austrian half of the field, hugging that left-hand touchline, but he's bustled out of play by Stefan Poch. You almost sense the nervousness from Austria whenever Kylian Mbappe gets the ball. Sivald is straight over to back up Poch. Kevin Danso will stay close to his right back this evening. Experienced operator on the bench as well. Ralf Rangnick is over 2 decades involved with top flight club and international football. He's remembered for a slightly mixed interim spell in charge at Old Trafford, of course. There'll be a free kick to Austria. A bit of respite here for Rangnick's team. 8 minutes on the clock in Dusseldorf. No score yet. Austria 0, France 0 here on Flash Score UK. Stoppage here as the referee tries to get things reorganised, but Austria have given away possession immediately from that free kick. Wasted opportunity to build some possession. France go all the way back to Magnan, who kicks high and long into the Dusseldorf Knights. There's a nice touch there from Rabiot to bring Griezmann into play on halfway, and Theo Hernandez has been brought down. Referee waves play on. Mbappe's in behind here. Chance here for Kylian Mbappe into the side netting. Goalkeeper got a touch on that one, and the referee might potentially pull that back for a yellow card for the foul on Theo Hernandez, but in the blink of an eye France were away. Just been shown a quick replay there. Mbappe does look as if he just about kept himself onside. The Austrian defence were not in a position to get back and make the challenge. It was Poch who fouled Hernandez on halfway. France will have to make do with a corner. No booking for Stefan Poch. Cross is hung into the box there, and Pence can get his gloves on it. Kevin Danso's gone down after that cross. I think he potentially collided with his own goalkeeper. Austria will look to just buy themselves a few seconds here. It's been non-stop from a French perspective since the first ball was kicked. As if it was a sandwich between Pence and Marcus Thuram there. Forced Danso to the floor. No lasting damage. Austria get us back underway. Here is Danso on the edge of his own box. Konrad Lima will come short to offer him an option. Immediately pressed though by Adrien Rabiot. Just to see the change in French formation when they're in and out of possession. A Kante happy to sit on his own at the base of the midfield. Rabiot to go up and support Griezmann. Long ball played in behind there, trying to release Sabitzer. And he'll rotate with Gregovic to make those bursts in behind, try and give France something to think about. It's a foul though by Gregovic. Free kick to France on the edge of their own box. Here's Koundé into the feet of Antoine Griezmann. Does really well there just to trick his way past Nico Sielerwald. There's a foul on halfway as Kante goes in full-blooded. Austria might be advised just to take the time over these cheap free kicks that they are building up in midfield. They haven't been given a great amount to work with by France so far. The opportunity to make their mark on the game. With Grilic. Immediately he's dropped into a deeper midfield role alongside Leimer and Sielerwald to try and get some possession going for Austria. No easy feat, of course, against this France team. Now just looking to slow the pace of the contest down a little bit as we tick past the 12-minute mark. Perfect opportunity, of course, to remind you of the widespread Euro 2024 coverage that we have here on Flashscore UK. This is the final game of this evening, but it's a packed schedule tomorrow. 2 games in Group F. Turkey against Georgia, that'll be a 5 PM UK kickoff. And then Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal enter the tournament at 8 PM up against Czechia. Here is a nice little ball forward into the box from the Austrian left back Mwene, headed up in the air by Theo Hernandez, but Mannion just about grabs that before it bounces out for a corner. Austrian players are appealing that it had already gone past the dead ball line, but it's sharp keeping from Mannion. Looks as if this will be Deschamps' back 5 of choice for the tournament. Mannion, Koundé, Upamecano, Saliba and Hernandez. Obviously missing experience of Varane and Lloris, but plenty of talent available there. Good hustle there just inside the centre circle from a couple of Austrian players, but the referee saw it a different way. Manzano whistling against Stefan Poch. France keen to get on with this quickly. Here's Thuram, tries to feed that into Hernandez on the overlap, into the box. Hernandez just flashes across the Austrian goal. Dembele won't be able to keep that in for a throw-in. He's been the key man for France so far, the AC Milan defender. He's able to just move through the glares in a blink of an eye, and he was away from Kevin Danso inside the Austrian box there. Took the right choice just to spin it across the 6-yard line. Wasn't France sure, able to gamble. Austria survive. Throw into the Austrians here in their left back area. Mwene will take. Hurls that up towards the halfway line in Sabitzer, but it's Upamecano that comes out on top. 2 Bundesliga rivals, of course. Upamecano of Bayern Munich. Also Sabitzer from Borussia Dortmund. Nice switch of play there from Mike Mannion, but it's a slack touch from Hernandez. Need a helping hand from Kante there. Austria do well to win it back. Nice little dinked ball forward from Kevin Danso. Poch is shut down by Kante. Fantastic to see N'Golo Kante back on the major international scene, plying his trade in Saudi Arabia now, of course, with Karim Benzema at Al Ittihad. Didier Deschamps said it was effectively a no-brainer to bring him back into his squad now that he's fit again. Shoots Koundé. Did well to read that little chip ball into the box, and France have got a chance to break here, but a ball down the right-hand side for Antoine Griezmann, just a bit too much on it. Stefan Poch will come across to deal with it. Here's Konrad Leimer, just stepping into the French half of the field. We've seen more from Austria in the last few moments as they try to push France back into their own half, force Les Bleus to do some defending of their own. Danzo will switch that from right to left, tries to find Mwene. It's a heavy touch there from the Austrian left back. Throw in to France. The France players are still appealing to the referee over at Hamburg claim against Christoph Baumgartner a few moments ago. Nothing doing from the Spanish official. It's whistled there. Konrad Laimer thought he was away. Danzo with the robust win. Just came through the back of Kylian Mbappe to win the header. Full-blooded challenge from him. A foul. There's plenty of ways to try and stop Kylian Mbappe. Getting physical with him is one of them. Here's Kunde. Good pressing there from the Austrian forward. Christoph Baumgartner forces Pamecano back to Magnin. Saliba does well to step out of trouble in the left back area for France, and they will look to switch over to this right hand side. Dembele now with a chance to go one-on-one with Mwene. Dembele past Mwene. Woba goes to the ground and he catches Dembele. It's going to be a free kick to France and a booking for Woba. So Savitzer is pleading his case there, claiming that the PSG winger dived. Don't think there can be too many arguments there. Woba went to ground. A poor challenge on Dembele. Another opportunity for France to whip a free kick into the box. Other side of the pitch this time though. Antoine Griezmann is in the conversation to take it. It will be Antoine Griezmann to deliver. Such a vital player still for France. Experienced Atletico Madrid midfielder. Picking up his 130th international cap this evening. Griezmann dinks that one into the far post this time, but it's gathered in by Pence at the second attempt. Mbappe just tried to gamble there in front of Kevin Danzo, but it was well dealt with eventually by the Austrian keeper. Here comes Grealish. Austria have settled into a 4-2-3-1 formation now. Living uncertain at the start of the game as to how they would make up in midfield and attack, but it's Sivald and Grealish. The defensive midfielders, Konrad Laimer dropping in to help where he can. And Baumgartner, Savitzer, Gregoritsch in attack. Good win there from Danzo on Rabiot. If he's going to pull that back for a free kick. It's been a real stop-start evening here in Dusseldorf so far. Kevin Danzo has been at the centre of it for Austria. Took a ponytail to the face there from Adrien Rabiot. Austria, free kick. The referee maybe mercifully will let them retake that one. Here is Danzo, just squares it into the feet of Stefan Poch, who tried to cross in there from right back, but was blocked away by N'Golo Kante. It's a poor ball out of defence, and France could have an issue here. Adrien Rabiot's flicked it down the right hand side. Griezmann's away. Austria trying to race back in numbers. Griezmann went for glory, blocked. It's behind for a corner to France. A rare wrong decision from Griezmann there. Yeah, Dembele racing out past him down the France right. Thuram and Mbappe making ground inside the box. It's an issue all of Austria's own making. Max Woba sold his colleague short in the middle of the pitch, and France were away. Antoine Griezmann blocked off. Corner here, Griezmann again to take, goes near post this time, helped on, headed away by Woba. He made up for his mistake there, the Austrian central defender. Leeds United fans will be keeping half an eye on this one this evening. Woba an important part of their defence, of course. Tried a quick ball to release Mbappe down that left hand side. Now he's done well to just about keep it in on the dead ball line. Can't behind a white French shirt, and Austria will battle and win it back on the edge of their own area. Let's pull through the lines there for Lima. Again, Austria just unable to knit it together in the France half of the field. I should of course mention that Fober is a Leeds United player, but he spent last season on loan at Borussia Mönchengladbach. It's expected that he will go back to Ellen Road. What the future holds for him, 2024 could dictate. Maybe a goal kick to France. Some sensible play there from N'Golo Kante just to knock it against Lima. There's an injury concern here for Austria, and not a player that they want to see down in pain, particularly so early on in the game. Florian Grilic. Referees indicating to the Austrian medical staff to come on and assess the situation, as we're being shown a couple of replays from the big chances so far here at Dusseldorf. As you'd expect, Kylian Mbappe has been the major threat for France. It's also a really good save from the Austrian keeper Pence. His left wing partnership with Theo Hernandez is certainly alive and well here. Thumbs up from the Austrian medical staff. Milicic looks as if he's going to be okay to continue. It was actually Mbappe that caught him just a few moments ago, accidental from the Real Madrid striker. You have to get used to calling him that, of course. Kylian Mbappe no longer of PSG. Left them with another Ligue 1 title and a personal best in front of goal, 44 in all competitions. Still not enough to secure a European title. Handily for him though, he is joining the current Champions League champions. Quarter of the game gone here at the Dusseldorf Arena. Second game in Group D, Euro 2024. The Netherlands beaten Poland 2-1 yesterday. Tonight is the night for France's response, but no goals as yet. Austria doing a more than stoic job at keeping them at arm's length. Danzo just looking to tiptoe into the France half of the field. Squares it across the halfway line to Stefan Poch. Now Lema into Grilic. Happy to switch it over to the left hand side. Moueni's got a little bit of space here to try and get away from Dembele. He's forced the corner. There's a willing runner down this left hand side for Austria, Philipp Moueni. Ousmane Dembele forced to get back and do some defending. The first corner of the evening for Austria. Marcel Sabitzer to take. So we'll just curl that one into the far post, but it's an easy catch for Mike Mannion. Mannion immediately just bowls that out to the feet of Griezmann. Sabitzer racing back from corner taking duties. Blocks off the France number 7. Theo Hernandez again, lovely little layoff from Kylian Mbappe on the halfway line here, and France have got men over if Hernandez can get his head up. Challenge there by Max Wöber. The France players want a free kick. Referee says no. Wöber, of course, already on a yellow card. It was a fair challenge. I think it wasn't a pretty tackle, but he did enough just to ease Theo Hernandez off the ball. That certainly seems to be the outball for France. Ironically, it's the same for Austria. Moueni seeing plenty of possession, just like his opposite number, Theo Hernandez. Good little trick there from Baumgartner to try and wriggle into the penalty area. France look to rescue the situation, and Kante will just smash that clear downfield. There's a little bit of desperate defending we've seen from the French this evening. Tried the big switch from left to right there to Dembele, but it's a poor first touch from Dembele. Throw in to Austria. Just having a look through the French substitutes here. If Didier Deschamps tries to shake it up at the break, absolutely star-studded panel for Les Bleus. Olivier Giroud, Warren Zaïre-Emery, Randall Colomouani, Youssef Fofana, Kingsley Coman, Bradley Barcola. He's certainly not short of options, Deschamps. It's Austria who are making ground down the right-hand side here, and Poch has done well to force a throw-in. He's going to line up to hurl this one into the France box. Gregorschitz and Sabitzer in there. Go against Koundé, Saliba and Pamecano. Poch will hang that one in towards Gregorschitz, but it's Saliba that gets the first contact, and brave stuff there from N'Golo Kante on the edge of his own area. Just got his body in the way. Wins himself a free kick for his troubles. Just caught on the top of the foot by Mwene. Mannion just to go long this time to Marcus Thuram, but he loses out to Vauban. Thuram and Mbappe have had a little switch here in the last moment or two. Thuram moving out to Mbappe's normal home of the left hand side, with the main man himself through the middle. Theo Hernandez has just given away the ball there over by his own corner flag, and Austria working so hard to try and win possession. There's a turn there from Revitalised, but it's again a loose touch from a red shirt. Kante tries to break. Really good tackle there from Konrad Laimer, but France still managed to smuggle it away down the right. Here's Koundé over the halfway line to Dembele. Change of feet to get away from Mwene. Good defending though from the Austrian left back. Done well against Dembele so far. Two tough tasks for the two Austrian fullbacks this evening, Mwene and Dembele, and Poch and Mbappe. By and large, they've done exactly what is needed so far. Here's Danzo. Squares it across to his centre-back partner Max Vauban. Austria have come into the game, and just looking at some of the statistics for this one, it's been far from a one-way affair. 53% possession for France, 47% for Austria. Just that one shot on target though for either side. Mbappe forcing a stop from Pence. Sloppy there from Adrien Rabiot, and Pamecano looked as if he'd committed a foul. Referee says no. Grilicic furious with that decision, but he's back in possession here. Kante this time gets a foot in on the edge of his box. France are getting a bit rattled, and it's just Gil Manzano just stepping in to put out a few fires here. Dembele claiming that he's being targeted by some rough treatment from the Austrian players. France will have a free kick. See the UEFA objective of only captains being able to talk to the referees being enacted there by Manzano. Just called Marcel Sabitzer over for a quick chat. Again, the long ball out of defence for Dembele. It's not a good one. Mwene having the edge in that battle so far. Half an hour gone here on Flashscore UK. Dusseldorf Arena, no goals so far. France opening their account at Euro 2024. Austria 0, France 0. Nice ball there from Kante into Mbappe. Rabiot will look to spread it to the overlapping Theo Hernandez, who's effectively a left winger for the majority of this game so far, but Conrad Limer's quickly in there, ratting around with Hernandez and Mbappe. Just tries to bring possession over to this near right hand side. Dembele loses out again, this time to Danzo. Danzo in that second challenge has caught Marcus Thuram. Dembele initially with the burst behind. Danzo dealt with that, but he rather brashly blocked off Thuram there. I don't think the referee's going to give a free kick despite Didier Deschamps' protests. Here's Vova. A sliding challenge there from Antoine Griezmann. Shaped by Didier Deschamps in recent years. Antoine Griezmann. Injuries forced a positional switch ahead of the 2022 World Cup, and he moved back into midfield where he's found a permanent home for France. Happy to be the link between midfield and attack for talented teammates around him. Kanté just pops that one back into his own half to Deo Upamecano, who'll switch it back over to the left hand side to Theo Hernandez, but it's too heavy to gather in. Austrian fans in full voice here in Dusseldorf. They know that if they can get something tonight, those incoming games against Poland and the Netherlands will offer an opportunity to battle for the knockout stages. Third place, of course, could be enough. It's Griezmann who goes to the ground and gives away the ball. Austria try and race forward here. It's blocked and eventually into the hands of Mike Maignan. Conrad Limer's claiming that was a corner. The referee says no. Could have been much, much worse for Antoine Griezmann there. He just delayed as he tried to lay it off to a teammate inside his own half, and Austria quick to press. Limer's deflected strike eventually in the ends of Maignan. Here's Mbappe. Rabiot will go beyond him down the France left, but it's ball clipped into the box, clumsily dealt with initially by Lema. He'll get back out to block off Mbappe. Theo Hernandez just to curl that one in towards the far post, but it's dealt with again by Austria. Mwene with the header this time. France starting to show their teeth here a little bit. As Mwene dives in on Dembele. Dembele's appealing for a foul here. I think the best he's going to get is a corner. Mwene had to get that right on the line of the penalty area from an Austrian perspective. It does look as if he catches Dembele. I think the Austrian number 16 might find himself slightly fortunate there. Has not got away with that. The referee's reversed his original decision. It's going to be a booking for Mwene. I think he got a flag from his assistant, and it's going to be a free kick right on the dead ball line for France. Griezmann to come over to take. Fizzes that one into the near post, but it's blocked away by Austria. Dembele tries to swerve away from Lema, but he loses out. Lema needs support here. He tries to break through the left hand side for Austria. Gets it in the form of Christoph Baumgartner. Stefan Posch to try and hang that one in from right back, nodded down by Lema. Mike Maignan is there before Sabitzer. Austria need to make more of those opportunities. Not going to get too many chances against this France team. Half opportunities that they have had. Failed to land a punch on Mike Maignan. solid record, Mike Mannion, in qualification. Just 1 goal conceded in 6 starts. An interesting statistic about the French defence, if anyone is looking for a bit of half-time trivia. Mike Mannion, Jules Koundé, Deo Upamecano, William Saliba and Theo Hernandez all have one thing in common. All 5 players finishing second in their respective domestic leagues this season. AC Milan, Arsenal, Bayern Munich and Barcelona. There's a chance here for Austria, and Mannion is quickly off his line. The ball in from the left from Mwene wasn't dealt with by France. It bounced kindly for Baumgartner. And that is the closest we've come at either end of the pitch, it must be said. Nice touch in there from Marcel Sabitzer just to lay it down. Mike Mannion flew off his line to make the block. Baumgartner, head in his hands. He knows that was an opportunity. Just needed to lift it as Mannion went to ground. It'd be a corner to Austria. In fact, it won't be a corner. Despite all that excitement, an incredibly late offside flag. Baumgartner's effort, if it had found the back of the net, would not have counted. Foul over on the far left hand side. Poch on Thuram this time. Escapes with a ticking off from the referee. 2 of Austria's back 4 already on a yellow card. Quickly taken by France. Here's Thuram. Runs into traffic over on that far left hand side for France. Battle away with Poch and win a throw in. The referee's flagged against him though. Shrugging the shoulders there from Marcus Thuram. 21st international appearance this evening, son of former World Cup winner Lilian Thuram, of course. Preferred to Olivier Giroud. Imagine that we will see sculpt hair of Mr. Giroud at some point this evening. So far, Thuram, Mbappe, Griezmann and Dembele have been kept at arm's length by the Austrians. Here is Dembele, looking to race down the France right, but he's blocked off. Good work there from Mwene to get back and cause an issue. Sabitzer with the block this time. All hands to the pump for Austria down this French right. Mbappe's switch wings now and just breezes past Mwene, fizzed in, and it's deflected in for own goal. Max Wöber, the unfortunate one for Austria. Kylian Mbappe, left or right, it doesn't matter. An electric change of feet to get away from Mwene. Just to steer it back across goal. Not really too much that Max Wöber could do about that one. It flies past his own keeper and into the back of the net, and France are off the mark here at Euro 2024. Kylian Mbappe's had very little joy down the left-hand side. His first foray down the right. Just a flash of feet to get away from Mwene. He was aiming for Griezmann in and around the penalty spot, but it's Max Wöber just stooping to head it away. Skids off the side of his forehead and into the back of the net. So unlucky for Austria, that. Just a bit of luck that France have needed. Doesn't necessarily mean they've deserved it, of course. But a diligent Austrian performance has yielded no goals, and the all-important ball in the back of the net has gone for France, albeit off the back of an Austrian head. Austria just need to manage this now before the break. They go in 2 behind. That will be a mountain to climb for Ralf Rangnick and his players. 5 minutes of normal time remaining here before the interval. Could be crucial. This little 1-2 down this left for Austria. Sabitzer. And a collision off the ball there with Free kick, I think, to Austria. Revitalised caught across the top of the foot by N'Golo Kante, and the Austrian players are immediately over in conversation with Jesus Gil Manzano. They're obviously aware that two of their players have been booked for poor challenges. Manzano opts against the card for Kante. France just hoof possession back into the Austrian half of the field. To the final few moments of the first half here at the Düsseldorf Arena. Austria just need to keep their heads. Unfortunate way to fall behind, of course, but they cannot afford to lose any further ground. It's nice work from Voba. Just looks to steer one in behind the French backline, but Koundé will watch it behind for a goal kick. Which France will quickly take. Saliba into the feet of Hernandez. Saliba will go long this time, aimed up towards Mbappe, but Danzo gets there first on halfway. Lima to make a burst into the box and a win a corner off Saliba. A positive response from Austria since falling behind. So plenty of experience within their ranks that will ensure that they can box clever in this type of situation. Sabitzer with the corner from the right for Austria, hangs it in towards Danzo. Just can't steer his header goalwards. Koundé will clear it, but only back out towards Sabitzer on that far right hand side. Mbappe completes the job for France, concedes the throw in. The Austrians are forced to clear out of the French penalty area. Switch from right to left there. It's given away. Grilišić with the attempted pass. Dembele will clear it up for France. Fed back to Mike Maignan. Again with the long ball up to Thuram. Hoof back towards the French penalty area. Upamecano gets there first. France also need to keep an eye on the situation themselves before the interval. Upamecano goes to the ground. He's appealing for a free kick. Referee says no. Koundé will clear. Dembele will pick it up on halfway here for France. Mbappe over on the right hand side now, maybe a possible new position for it, certainly this evening anyway. Griezmann just steers that one across the halfway line to Marcus Thuram. He's got Theo Hernandez for company down the France left. Here is Hernandez. Adrien Rabiot. Mbappe. French just carouseling possession here inside the Austria half of the field, but that was a really good challenge from Konrad Laimer on Griezmann, but Rabiot immediately in to back up his French teammate. Ponytail and the mullet of the French midfield, Adrien Rabiot and Antoine Griezmann. Just looking to keep possession. We tick towards the end of the first half here in Düsseldorf. France's opening Group D game at Euro 2024 didn't look to be going according to plan. A little bit of Kylian Mbappe magic. An unfortunate, I don't think you could call it a mistake really, from Max Voba. Has given them the advantage. Ralf Rangnick, all of the experience that he has, certainly won't be too downhearted as he gathers his Austria players in for a half-time team talk. Here is Danzo. final seconds of the first 45. Just waiting on an update from the fourth official on time added on. Nikola Balakin is the man with the numbers this evening. There's Grilicic, just looking to stride forward into the France half of the field, but he's eventually forced backwards by Chirap. Voba. Grilicic again, but that's an undercut pass into Saliba, and France might have one more chance to break down the right. There he runs into a bit of traffic, but Griezmann will clip that in behind. Mbappe with the touch. Has he taken it too far? Just gathered in by the Austrian goalkeeper. Mbappe caught in two minds there as Patrick Pence came out on him. Couldn't decide whether he wanted to dribble around him or just try and dink it past him. Good goalkeeping in the end from the Austrian stopper. And we're into 30 seconds of just 1 minute of additional time. Do you think we'll see a flood of changes from either manager at the break? Didier Deschamps can afford to wait. Canny operator that is Ralf Rangnick, relatively pleased with what he's seen so far. One last chance for Austria to toss one into the box. Here Stefan Popp just lifts that in, but it's Koundé that gets there first. And that is the half-time whistle here at the Dusseldorf Arena. Not a classic French start at Euro 2024, but it's a winning one at the break. Here on the referee's whistle on Flashscore UK, it is Austria 0, France 1. We'll be back with all the second half action in just over 15 minutes. unfortunate own goal broke a pretty stoic Austrian resistance before the break. No changes at half-time for Ralf Rangnick or Didier Deschamps, and it is France and Mbappe that get us back underway here at the Dusseldorf Arena. France going from right to left in their change strip, the rather fetching white pinstripe number. And it is Austria in their traditional red shirts and white shorts. Ball just kicked directly out of play by Mike Mannion. Antoine Griezmann's gone down in a heap over on the far side. France players are claiming that he was nudged off the field by Vauber. Vauber needs to be careful here. He is carrying a yellow card from the first half. Just wants to calm things down here. He's taken Antoine Griezmann to one side. The Atletico Madrid man is going to have to go off for a moment. He sustained a head wound. UEFA protocols, of course, dictate that any player showing blood needs to leave the field of play, particularly when it's in relation to a head injury. Kylian Mbappe and Max Vauber are still going hammer and tongs at it there. France will get us back rolling. Here is Stefan Poch to make a bit of ground from right back into the France half of the field. Switches it across to Mwene. We did see substitutes from both sides out warming up at the break. Rangnick and Deschamps so far resisting the urge for change, but if Austria can keep the game as it is until the hour mark, for example, might look to make a call to the bench. Former Premier League striker Marko Arnautovic is amongst those options for Rangnick. Stefan Poch just lashes one high and over the bar. Griezmann heavily bandaged up. He's going to be allowed to rejoin. Fans of a certain vintage will remember Terry Butcher back in the day. Griezmann sporting something similar to the former England international. Tick on towards the 50-minute mark here. France with the advantage. Austria with work to do. Griezmann immediately back into the action, tries to race onto that ball forward from Jules Koundé at right back. Loses out, but Kanté's on the scene for France. Here is Kanté onto the edge of the box, throw out the shot. Squares it across to Thuram. Mbappe immediately surrounded by players. Hernandez's ball into the box is hacked away. Antoine Griezmann's lost his head bandage already. That didn't last long. Might have to go and get a fresh one. Looks a little dazed here, Antoine Griezmann. There might be a possibility that he doesn't complete the 90 minutes if there's concern over his fitness. He's been given the necessary concussion protocols, of course, but Didier Deschamps will not want to risk one of his leading lights. Here's Vauber for Austria. He's forced backwards to his goalkeeper. We can just quickly spin through the starting 11s. As mentioned, no changes at the interval. Austria, Pence in goal, Poch, Danzo, Vauber and Mwene in defence. Siedewald and Grilic in midfield. It's the front four of Leimer, Baumgartner, Sabitzer and Gregoritsch. As for France, 4-2-3-1 for them as well. Mike Mannion in goal, Koundé, Upamecano, Saliba and Hernandez in defence, N'Golo Kante and Adrien Rabiot in midfield. And the fantastic four, well, not so fantastic so far this evening: Ousmane Dembele, Antoine Griezmann, Marcus Thuram and Kylian Mbappe. Here's Hernandez into the feet of Thuram on halfway, but Hernandez is sent tumbling to the floor by Baumgartner. A couple of Austrian players walking a bit of a tightrope here. Referee Jesus Gil Manzano warned Marcel Sabitzer before the break that he won't hesitate to book more Austrian players. Wöber and Mwene already cautioned. Long ball forward there in the direction of Wöber. Thuram will battle for it. I thought he managed to win it. Corner, but it's a goal kick to Austria. Thuram looking rather nonplussed about that one. Thought he got the better of Stefan Poch and Wöber, but it's a decision that's gone against him. Before the break that if Austria can keep France within range, they will of course have a chance. They've got goals in their team as well. Christoph Baumgartner with a goal in their back-to-back friendlies before the tournament. Scored against Serbia in a 2-1 victory in Vienna, and then got an equaliser against their neighbours Switzerland in St Gallen before their trip to France. So Sabitzer in that hybrid midfield forward role is perfectly capable as well. Here's Kante. Does that selfless role at the base of the French midfield so well, despite his arguable advancing years. Turned 33 and back in March. The former Leicester City and Chelsea midfielder Deschamps ended his international hiatus ahead of the tournament, and he's come straight back into the starting 11 with Max Wöber striding down the Austria left. Austria committed all their players into the French half of the field, or their outfield players I should say. Chance for delivery from the left here, good defending from Upamecano. Koundé gets there first, then Griezmann. Kante again with another important foot in for France. Thuram tries to lead the charge. Mbappe will feed him again down the left hand side. Pence thought about coming, changed his mind. Wöber did well to get across and just make up Marcus Thuram's mind for him there. I dare say that if that was Kylian Mbappe in that situation, Pence might have had a problem to deal with. As it stands, no shots on target for France in this second half, but they do still lead 1-0. Max Wöber's own goal in the final minutes of the first period is the difference between the two teams as it stands. There's a tongue twister for you. Antoine Griezmann's opted against the second bandaging. Cut on his head seems to have healed up. The referee is happy for him to continue as is. Danzo just to take possession off his goalkeeper just outside the Austrian box. Just takes advantage there of not being squeezed by Mbappe to punch a pass into midfield, but Rabiot shuts down Konrad Lehmann. Austria forced backwards here to Danzo. Chance here for Baumgartner to storm down the right hand side. Important header there on the edge of the box from William Saliba. Rabiot will complete the clearance. Mbappe just almost managed to sneak in behind Danzo here, but he's away in behind and he's passed Wöber. Mbappe! And he's missed! What an opportunity for Kylian Mbappe! It looked for all the world as if he was going to double France's advantage. Left Danzo for dead on the halfway line. He was too quick for Max Wober. There was only pence between him and the goal. And for a man of Kylian Mbappe's astronomical goal-scoring standards, that is a huge, huge miss. Tries to bend it in right-footed into the far corner. Pence wasn't even moving. It's past the post. That is a huge let-off for Austria and a massive miss for Mbappe. Could that be a turning point in this one? Austria quick to turn things round. A long ball forward down their left-hand side, and Ousmane Dembele's been booked for a push on Mwene. Austria will have a chance to curl a free kick into the box here. Mbappe can't believe that. The look on his face suggests he was as shocked as anyone to see that ball flash past the post. Will that rouse a response from Austria? Free kick to the left hand side of the 18-yard box. Sabitzer will fizz it in. Turn behind for a corner. Thuram back there doing his defensive duty for France. Sabitzer with the set piece goes deep into the box this time, but it's headed over his own crossbar. France defender, it's Thuram again. Sabitzer will try and repeat the trick. We are seeing some movement down on that French bench. Sabitzer changes it up this time, and that's a really poor delivery from the Dortmund man. Lofts it over towards the far post, and Adrien Rabiot will let that bounce out. Half chance for Austria, but a full 100% opportunity for France and Mbappe. Tipped as one of the favourites for the Golden Boot. He'll have to do better than that in future if he wants to challenge Harry Kane and his other rivals. The Austrian players are just asking a question of the referee here, that there was some pulling inside the box. Kevin Danzo claiming that he was held as that second Sabitzer corner came in. Manzano says no for now. Here's Sivald. Just squares that across to Max Wober. To hit past the feet of Danzo there, but he does well under pressure from Mbappe, and Austria just not quite able to turn it over in midfield, but Koundé gives it away. There's Mwene on the left hand side, just inside the France half of the pitch, lofted into the box by Konrad Laimer. Mike Mannion with a big shout to the defenders in front of him there though. He'll gather that one in, no bother. Looks as if it's going to be Austria to make the first changes. A trio of alterations incoming from Ralf Rangnick. The referee is going to let him make them just before the hour mark here in Düsseldorf. First change, Max Wober is off. Straight swap in defence. Gernot Trauner on. Feyenoord captain. And it's going to be Gregorovic, replaced by Marko Arnautovic. And then the final change, Grilicic is off. It's Patrick Wimmer who is on, although he's been called off temporarily. The officials just wanting to confirm that. So Max Wober off, Florian Grilicic off, and rather delayed, Michael Gregorovic is also off for France. 3 straight swaps, you'd imagine. Gernot Trauner into defence. Patrick Wimmer, who's a right winger by trade at the Bundesliga side Wolfsburg, will look to give Theo Hernandez something to think about, but the Real eye-catching name there is Marko Arnautovic, 35 years young. He's been around the block. 3 spells in the Premier League, Stoke City, West Ham. 2 spells I should say, Stoke City and West Ham. He spent last season on loan at Inter Milan. Here's Sabitzer to pick up a loose ball on the edge of the French box. Drifted into the area, but Theo Hernandez with the header. Upamecano will complete the job for France. Switch back over to this near side and Stefan Poch. Kevin Danzo. Austria just starting to build up a little head of steam here. Just easily turned over in midfield, Antoine Griezmann there. Just quicker. Konrad Laimer. To free Ousmane Dembele down the France right. He's made plenty of ground here. Just trying to feed that into Kylian Mbappe. Just a bit too much on it. Pops up a hand in apology there. Two of France's most thrilling attacking assets, not quite on the same wavelength. Austria get a chance to come down the left-hand side. That's a nice ball for Sabitzer to run onto, but he goes to ground. It's rather a generous appeal from the Austrian players there to claim that he was caught by Dayo Upamecano. The referee is having a little think about this though. There was contact as he went in between Upamecano and William Saliba. And it will be a VAR check for that one. It's just a stoppage and play here. 2 balls on the pitch. The referee is blown up, just asking for one of the ball boys to come on and get rid of it. Back underway. Mike Maignan with the long ball downfield. Well dealt with though in middle of the park by the Austrian defenders. Kevin Danzo gets there first this time. It's a new centre-back partner for him here to try and advance it for Austria. Gernot Trauner. Mwene will float one into the box. Saliba gets there first. Danzo wins the race to the halfway line with Mbappe. No mean feat that. Very tricky one to predict here as we move into the final 25 minutes in Dusseldorf. Rather laboured in patches from France. Such a misfortune from Max Wober for the own goal. And that huge miss from Mbappe could be one they live to regret if Austria finds something. Here is Dembele. Tries to cut in from the right hand side, but that is high, wide and wild from the PSG winger. Just came across it and slashed at it with his left foot. No danger for Pence in the Austrian goal. Konrad Laimer will drop deep to take possession from his goalkeeper. To Siedewald. Now Trauner. Sabitzer. And 60-40 on possession stats with France in the lead there, but burst into the box there from Marko Arnautovic and he laid it off to Baumgartner, who Certainly gave Jules Koundé something to think about. Austria win the corner. Wimmer will go over to take this one instead of Sabitzer. Referee again just warning against pushing and shoving inside the box. Nautovic, who's taken the armband now that Wöber has gone off, is front row and centre. Corner delivered in, but headed away at the near post by Antoine Griezmann. Danzo again on duty on the halfway line, this time against Mbappe. Or sorry, against Dembele rather. Kante will take over and race forward down the right for France. Can he find a cross in? Kante well tracked there by Siedewald. The N'Golo Kante of the Austrian team, Nico Siedewald. Underrated battler in the back of their midfield. Austria do well to get back in position and clear up there though. France will come again though. Theo Hernandez this time. He's not been as effervescent in the second period, the AC Milan defender, but he's done well there to race onto a 1-2 with Mbappe. Squares it across. Griezmann! Inches away from a second for France. Antoine Griezmann couldn't get his studs on it, but France will come again. Koundé blocked by Trauner. A perfect example of how France, particularly through Mbappe and Hernandez, could just cut through you at a moment's notice. A brilliant outside of the boot pass from Mbappe to link up with Hernandez. The ball across was perfect for Griezmann, he just couldn't stretch enough. And Austria, who are keeping themselves in the game, are living on their nerves there just for a moment. France will come again now. Mbappe back on his usual left-hand side. Switches it across to Dembele. Kante will back him up, and Kante thought about a shot there. That's certainly not his thing. Feeds it into Thuram. Good save from Pence. France are starting to go through the gears here. Austria need to get a handle on the game. Thuram, Dembele down the right for France. Danzo will clear that one, only as far as Rabiot on the edge of the box though. Here is Saliba. The old cliche goes, the next goal in this will be crucial if France score again. I imagine that will be game over for the Austrians, but as long as it stays as it is, they do have themselves a chance. Another stoppage in play here with an Austrian player down. Referee's just whistled for a break in play. Back underway here. Just hoofed out of play by William Saliba. Austria will regroup and take themselves a throw-in. Long ball played forward down the Austrian left here. Baumgartner was a pest for Koundé again there. Is Kevin Danzo. Stefan Poch, who's advanced deep into the France half from right back. Tried to switch a play over to Baumgartner, but Koundé gets there just before him. Loose touch eventually finds its way to Antoine Griezmann. Still no French changes, but there is couple of white shirts emerging from the French dugout. Didier Deschamps is deep in conversation with his coaching staff as he tries to plot some swaps. We'll update that on that as soon as we can, of course. Here's Hernandez. Tried the 1-2 again with Mbappe, but Austria quick to deal with that one. Wimmer this time to block off Mbappe and then Hernandez. Koundé's clearance over from right back is blocked and out for a throw-in for France. And the changes will come now on the 70-minute mark for France. It's going to be Eduardo Camavinga and Randal Kolo Muani. PSG for PSG. Muani replaces Ousmane Dembele. Camavinga will come on for Adrien Rabiot. Two French players taking their sweet time to come off the field here. Jesus Gil Manzano just telling them to hurry up. They are eventually off, and Camavinga and Kolo Muani are on. Just under 20 minutes to go here on Flash Score UK. France's opening Euro 2024 game. And as it stands, Didier Deschamps' side are in front. Max Wöber and his unfortunate own goal gave them the breakthrough that they needed just before the half-time whistle. Here's Trauner to the feet of Marcel Sabitzer. Hasn't really been an Austrian chance in the second half. Christoph Baumgartner did test Mike Maignan before the break. Carried a threat from set pieces, throw-ins, corners. Caused problems for France at times. Hernandez with the throw. Left hand side, midway inside the France half of the field. He does well to play a little 1-2 there with Camavinga, and Hernandez has got space to run into here, backed up by Camavinga. Thuram. Good feet there from Thuram, and Hernandez plays it round the corner. Referee says play on. There's a foul on Hernandez there. Thuram with the step overs. Thuram swings that one past the post. Manzano indicating to Theo Hernandez that he allowed play to continue there. He was caught by Stefan Poch. No panic from Austria or Ralf Rangnick. The sense is that they will get a chance. France have not created too much tonight. Kylian Mbappe misses probably the standout story really from the evening. Such a shame if Max Wöber's own goal was the one to decide this. Not of course if you're a French fan, but the thrills and spills that we expect from Les Bleus have yet to really come into play. It's a poor ball in the centre of the field to the left from Wimmer. The throw in over on the far right hand side for France. Koundé will take 15 minutes to go here at the Düsseldorf Arena. Koeman in the Netherlands won their first game in Group D yesterday. Now Weghorst off the bench to secure 3 points for the Dutch. France will want to react in kind. Here's Poch, forward from right back for Austria, deep inside the France half of the field. Just plays it into Konrad Lehmann. Siedewald backs him up. Lehmann wanted the ball back there, but Siedewald takes it on himself, and Wimmer just ran into a cul-de-sac of French players there, does well to win a throw-in off Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann's down here off the pitch and looks to be in some pain, the France veteran. He's been in the wars this evening. Antoine Griezmann took a blow to the head at the start of the second half, and he's down here and clutching his knee. French medical staff have rushed over to him. It looks like a gash on the front of his kneecap. Falls heavily there as him and Camavinga doubled up on Wimmer. Back on his feet though. Wily operator Antoine Griezmann. 44 goals in 130 caps for France. 4th on the all-time appearance list, 3rd on the all-time goal list. It's going to be lofted in by Siedewald. It's cleared away at the far post by Thuram. Austria will come again. Possession stats have nudged up in their favour as well in the last 15 minutes. It's now 55 to France, 45 to Austria. Here's Traun. Punches that forward from centre-back, but it can't be gathered in by Baumgartner. Theo Hernandez goes down again from another rough challenge. The referee once more allows play to continue. Here's Poch. Goes for the 1-2 with Wimmer, but Hernandez will get there first. Concedes the throw-in. Down by the corner flag on the Austrian right. Poch takes it quickly though to Wimmer. And lively since he's come on, Patrick Wimmer, and certainly not afraid to get crosses into the box. Just to correct my captain's call from earlier on, Marko Arnautovic took the armband from Marcel. Toss one into the box here. Stefan Poch just lifts that in. It's Koundé that gets there first. And that is the half-time whistle here at the Dusseldorf Arena. Not a classic French start at Euro 2024, but it's a winning. Just unable to nudge that into the pass of Nico Siedewald. Koundé will go direct, tries to release Kolo Muani in behind. He's got Danzo for company. Brilliant defending there from Kevin Danzo for Austria inside the box. Lone centre-back stuck to his task against his Ligue 1 rival. Stayed strong. Got there first, got his body in the way, wins a free kick as well. Ensures that Pence in the Austria goal doesn't have too much to worry about. Pence will go long here. Falls to the feet of Wimmer. Baumgartner tries to feed it back to Camavinga, gets a foot in, but Wimmer sharper than Antoine Griezmann inside the centre circle. Still work for France to do here. We've seen, of course, their Euro 2024 rivals England win 1-0 in their opening game. Jude Bellingham's early header securing 3 points against Serbia last night. Arnautovic has done well to win possession there, and there's a chance inside the box for Austria. Brilliant goalkeeping from Mike Maignan. He goes to ground against Christoph Baumgartner. He takes one in the face there, Mike Maignan. Baumgartner in his rights to go for it. Theo Hernandez the one that gives the ball away. Arnautovic was on him in a flash. Pass into the box, a bit heavy for Baumgartner. Slides in to try and get there before Mike Maignan. Brave goalkeeping from the France stopper though. It's a sore one for him. Sore one for Baumgartner as well. They both committed to that 50-50. Medical staff on from both sides here just to check over Maignan and Baumgartner. This will of course be added on at the end of the game. Baumgartner's going to be booked for this as well. There's just Gil Manzano claiming that he was unfair in the way that he challenged Maignan. As soon as he gets back to his feet, it's going to be a yellow card, third yellow card of the evening for an Austrian player. Wöber booked before he was substituted. Mwene's on a card, and now so is Christoph Baumgartner. We do have 10 minutes of normal time remaining here in Dusseldorf. Mike Mannion will get us back underway. Possession just lost in the midfield again by France. If it isn't N'Golo Kante getting to the ball first, they do seem to struggle in those direct tussles with the Austrians. Here is Trauner, just tried to feed that one to Mwene. It's Konrad Laimer that comes across, crunches into Antoine Griezmann. The referee initially thought about giving a throw-in over on that far right-hand side, but it's a free kick, but eventually goes for a throw-in. Koundé into Mouani. Kante again there, hassling the Austrian player. The referee getting in Antoine Griezmann's way, and he eventually blows the whistle against himself there. They'll be well used to each other, of course, Antoine Griezmann and Jesus Gil Manzano. Two La Liga veterans in their own right. And he opts for caution there and just goes back to Mike Mannion. Here's Hernandez. Marcus Thuram looking to lead the charge down the France left, cuts in the field to Griezmann, all the way over to the right hand side. Mouani tried to feed that back to Griezmann on the edge of the box, but it's Konrad Laimer who's there again for Austria. The clock ticks on. France need a second goal to put this to bed, and Austria are still alive and kicking. Here's Camavinga on to Mbappe, back on the left hand side here now, France's number 10. Brilliant ball again to feed in Camavinga. Thuram can only find the gloves of Pence in the Austria goal. Mbappe's tried that a few times tonight, the Trivela pass. Someone storming past him down the left hand side, Camavinga this time. Thuram didn't really get a clean connection on that easy grab for Pence. And we are going to have a free kick to Austria. Griezmann throws his hands up in frustration. An opportunity here for Austria. Griezmann with the foul on Baumgartner. Just going to get herself set for a set piece. Lofted into the box by Wimmer, headed away by William Saliba. Eventually France managed to shift it all the way over from the right to the left to Mbappe here. He's still full of running. He'll go one-on-one with Laimer here, goes to the ground, free kick. Konrad Laimer is absolutely incensed by that one. It's going to be a booking for him as well. Mbappe's fast feet on the edge of the left hand side of the box, from a France perspective, right as the Austrians see it. Laimer kept his eye on the ball, but it was just too quick for him. Mbappe goes to the ground. Bit of theatrics there from Kylian Mbappe, saying he caught one in the face, but it's a booking for Laimer and a free kick for France. 5 minutes of normal time to go here. What's been an intriguing night on Flash Go UK at the Düsseldorf Arena. Griezmann is going to come over to take this one. Theo Hernandez is the option short on the corner of the box, but I think Griezmann's going to try and dink this one in there, headed down by Mbappe. Clashed with Kevin Danzo there, and Mbappe stayed down as Austria try and spring the trap. And Wimmer's away in behind here. He's got Kante for cover. Kante will go across. Kante wins the tussle with Wimmer. Important as ever, N'Golo Kante for France. As brilliant as Mbappe is at one end, N'Golo Kante's put in a hell of a shift in the France midfield, and the Austrian goalkeeper Patrick Pence is signalling to the France bench that Kylian Mbappe might need some treatment here. He went up for the header with Danzo. Took a shoulder to the face there, Kylian Mbappe. Bruising night for the French forwards. Antoine Griezmann's previously bandaged head. Kylian Mbappe taking a whack in the face there, but how important is N'Golo Kante? How important could N'Golo Kante be in Euro 2024 for France? He's back in the fold. Wimmer never looked too confident as he raced away there, but it was ground that Kante made up that eventually blocked him off. Mbappe's back up on his feet here. He's got a bloodied nose for his trouble. The advice might be to Didier Deschamps to take him off for the final few moments. French medical staff happy that he's okay to continue, but certainly not somebody that you want to take a risk with if you're Didier Deschamps. Mbappe is just being double checked over here by the France physios. No sign that Deschamps has sent anybody to warm up in case he does have to take him off. There's options there, of course. Giroud, Zaire Emery, Kingsley Coman. France will want to Mbappe will want to soldier on here, but he's bleeding quite heavily from his nose. I think there will be a change here. Fofana and Giroud have been told to strip off by Deschamps. Mbappe's white French shirt is absolutely covered in blood. It looks almost certain as if he's going to be the one to be taken off. There's also going to be a change for Austria. Philippe Nwene is off. Alexandre Pras is on. And for France, it is Giroud for Mbappe. We'll just get an update in a moment what the other change is for France. That's been hauled off for the moment though. So Giroud and Fofana not on. France down to 10 with Mbappe off. And it's Austria in possession. 90 seconds of the 90 minutes to go. Danzo just looks to lift that one over to the far side to keep Austria moving. It's the substitute Pras now who'll cut that one back across the box. Antoine Griezmann loses out to Nico Sidevat. Just a hoofed clearance from France. Anywhere will do at this stage of the game as they look to get over the line in the final minutes. France are appealing to the referee to let them make those changes, but Austria take the quick throw. Mbappe hasn't given up just yet. He's actually been ushered back onto the field of play, so until that change is made, I don't think there will be an option here, and the referee is going to come over and caution Kylian Mbappe for entering the field of play without his permission. And stickler for the rules. Hold on a second, there's a bit of confusion here. The yellow card has been kept in Jesus Gil Manzano's hand. He might not issue the caution. Didier Deschamps has rushed over on the charm offensive. He's claiming that he didn't know Kylian Mbappe was going back on. But it is going to be a caution for Mbappe. And it is going to be his final act of the evening. Those are the rules. He went on, immediately dropped to his feet. I think he's being accused of a time-wasting tactic by the officials. So Giroud for Mbappe. And it's going to be Youssef Fofana brought on as we tick into added time. Antoine Griezmann is off. It's going to be a last gasp change for Austria as well. Details on that in just a moment. We'll also be waiting to be updated on how much time is added on. We're into the first few seconds of the additional period. Austria in possession. Here's Danzo, deep inside the French half. One chance is all Austria will need. It's a poor touch from Wimmer as he tried to gather that one in, but he wins a throw in. It's going to be 9 minutes added on. Incredible stuff here. Austria are going to get to make that change. Romano Schmid is on. Konrad Laimer taken off. 2 minutes of the additional 9 played here in Dusseldorf. Throw in, hurled in and helped on into the gloves of Mike Maignan. An Austria player down inside the box here. Patrick Wimmer. France will look to eat up the clock. Austria will try to create that one opportunity that they'll need to find an equaliser. Big potential of another twist or two here. Referee just telling Mike Maignan to hurry up about it. Go long up towards Olivier Giroud. Austria deal with that though. They'll go long themselves here, but Theo Hernandez back in position to win the first header. Kante wins the second. Now Camavinga on the halfway line to Thuram. Poor ball in field here, and Austria have got a chance to get things moving down the right hand side, but the pass was just too strong for Patrick Wimmer. He'll be bounced back forward towards him though, and he'll tangle with Hernandez. Does well to win something there, did very well Patrick Wimmer, but Hernandez just gets back in position to smash that one downfield, and Giroud is caught by Kevin Danzo. A free kick and a caution for Danzo. Smart play there from Olivier Giroud. He wasn't going to win the race in the channel with Kevin Danzo. He knew if he got across him he'd win the foul. This is exactly where France want the ball, inside the Austria half of the pitch. Camavinga back with Saliba, back inside his own half of the pitch here. The Arsenal centre-back steers it across to Theo Hernandez. France wanting to get over the line. Smart play there just to feed that over to the far right hand side, and Jules Koundé will go on the overlap. Kolo Muani couldn't find him though. Opportunity here for France just to eat down a bit more of the clock. Free kick which Koundé will take short, keep the thing going. Koundé again tries to hang it in towards the penalty spot and Giroud, but Stefan Posch is there. Knocked back down towards Giroud. Thuram here tries to make an angle to curl one in from the left hand side of the box, blocked and away by Austria. Arnautovic will battle for it and keep it alive for them. As well, they're just laid off to Wimmer. Ball's deflected. Koundé gets a foot in, but Austria keep moving forward. And Baumgartner find the pass here to Siedewald. Cross into the box, blocked by guess who? N'Golo Kante. Hammered away downfield towards Pence in the Austrian goal, although he's a mile out of it as it stands. 4 minutes of the additional 9 still to play. Austria down the left hand side. It's a poor ball into the box, and Mike Manuel will go to ground. Austrian players starting to grow a little frustrated here. Danzo back to pick up possession of his goalkeeper, and he'll try and keep Austria moving through the thirds here. Siedewald back with Danzo on the halfway line. Imagine Ralf Rangnick might throw him up front in the final few seconds if he gets the opportunity to do so. Camavinga tries to burst away and he's fouled. Again, good game management from a France substitute. We saw that from Giroud a moment ago. Camavinga there, happy to win the foul inside his own half of the field. France finally get it moving over the halfway line. Camavinga feed that into space down the right hand side for Mawani to race through, finds the cutback. Giroud, huge block from Kevin Danzo. It keeps Austria alive in this game. The number 5 for Ralf Rangnick's team went to ground with the goal gaping for Olivier Giroud. He makes the block, and means that for the final 2 minutes of the added on, Austria still have a chance. They've worked it forward. Here's the edge of the box with Stefan Poch. That ball in was a tired one though, and Upamecano will smash that one downfield. Danzo is there for Austria. Here's Wimmer. Feed that forward again to Stefan Poch, who'll hang across into the box. Too high for Arnautovic. It fizzes back across. It's deflected behind for an Austria corner. Final minute of the 9 added on. Wimmer to take the corner here for Austria. Can they find something in the final seconds? Mannion with the punch. It's hooked back into the box. Danzo will go for that with Camavinga. Camavinga does well to get there first. And France have got a chance to steal a march here. Thuram's away down the left hand side. I think he'll go for the corner. He's got Mawani and Kante for company, but he's gone on into the box. I think he got the shout just to hold on to possession there, and that's exactly what he does. Just try and jog over into the corner. Keep possession for France, get them over the line. Kante will lend a hand. Seconds to go here, and N'Golo Kante is still covering huge ground for France. Austria win the turnover though. They need to get it forward, and they need to get it forward now. Here comes Baumgartner. Still plenty of pace from him down the right hand side with Sabitzer. Need to find a way to work an angle into the box, but Camavinga does brilliantly there to get across and tangle with Baumgartner. He's covered at left back a few times this season, and that's exactly what he did there for France. Wins a foul off Baumgartner, and we are past the 9th minute of added time, and that might just be that for this one. And it is full time in Dusseldorf. Jesus Gil Manzano blows the final whistle. France are off the mark at Euro 2024. Max Wöber's own goal secures 3 points for Didier Deschamps' team as they pick up a first win in Germany at the European Championships. Disappointment for Austria, of course, but full time here in Dusseldorf, it is France 1, Austria 0. Thanks for joining us here this evening on Flashscore UK. We are your go-to spot for wholesale coverage of Euro 2024. So don't forget to tune in tomorrow, but that's it for tonight. Thanks for listening.